We're going to go into a very useful icon, but this, it's the point dropper. There's a lot that you can do with this icon. I could literally spend all day showing you different features on this icon, but I'm going to condense all that in less than 15 minutes. But it's the important stuff you really need to know. Okay, so once again, it's up in my toolbar. And the point dropper looks like an upside down teardrop with a plus. So as you open it up, I'm gonna get to where it usually opens up. It opens up to your COT 2525 markers, okay? And these are standard Army symbology markers. As you notice, these are ground markers. So if I plot a ground marker on there, it's going to look like a rectangle. Now, underneath these markers where you see ground, if I hit that, there's a whole plethora of different icons. But what I'm just going to show you is an aircraft, and I'm going to drop a blue icon. And so now you see it looks like a little dome, so it's different. These are to represent that quickly in Army symbology. Once again, blue is friendly, red or diamond is enemy, green is neutral or your partner force, you can think of it like that, and then yellow is unknown or CBRN. Now what I'm going to do, oh, here's another thing. When you see up there, if it's highlighted, you can continue to drop another icon. If you're done with that icon, you just hit back, it takes the highlight off, and now you're not going to drop an icon, as you notice. Now, what I'm going to do is swipe right to left. This is a mission set icons. Contact point, initial point, you know, battle positions, waypoints, sensor, OP or observation points, and then SSE slants. A lot of this stuff doesn't pertain to some people, but I will tell you this. I'm going to show you how to do the sensor real quick, because this is a pretty neat one. You can get real jiggy with it. So I'm going to put a sensor on the corner of that building. All right. Now, when I pull up the rotary wheel, you can go around the rotary wheel and do all the things that I'm about to do in the information page. But if you remember the upside down teardrop with the 4 lines to the side of it, that's your information page. So see, now what we're going to do is it tells you that you can change the name of this. It gives you the grid. So if you needed to do a conversion, you could do a conversion there. But right here, it says show field of view overlay. Let's go ahead and click that on. Now you notice it gives me a field of view. All right. So let's change that. It says sensor range length. Okay, I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to type in, let's make it 200 meters for the demonstration. And so now basically what it's saying is this sensor can look out 200 meters. All right. Now the direction is 27 degrees. That's true north. We don't know what true north is. So let's go in there and change that to magnetic. And now you notice it did the conversion, it did the declination, and it's 279. But what I want to do is I want to change that to 180. And so now we're looking down. All right, makes more sense. And now we're at 45 degrees. But what I want to do is change that to 60 degrees. And so now at 60 degrees, you can put on your field of view of angles. And if you zoom in here, it basically tells you your angles on each line. It also, below that is the range line spacing. As you notice, every 100 meters is that, but I'm going to change that to 50. And the reason why I'm doing this is in ATAK, you can use other icons for what they're not meant to be. So you could literally use the sensor icon for measurement, fields of fire, all kinds of different applications. You just got to uncage your brain and just use that application to see what it fits. I've even used it for radio frequencies and stuff like that. And then last but not least, you can change your color. You know, if you want to change it orange, and make that. But anyway, that's the sensor icon. There's a lot that you can do with that one. Right to left, again, this is the spot map. So you notice at the top where it says spot and you go down below, it says custom prefix and index, and there's numbers, 1 over 2. What I want you to do in here, I want you to put 10. And then down below that, right below magenta, you see the tag. I want you to highlight the tag. And then I'm going to come over here real quick and I'm going to zoom in. And this gives you the ability to number buildings. So that is a quick way to number anything you need to number, and then you can send that out to people. If you notice where the 1 and 2 is up here, I can go up here and change it to letters. And I'm going to do AA. And now you can do intersections. AA, Alpha Bravo, Alpha Charlie, Alpha Delta, and so forth. So it gives you the ability to do numbers or letters. Now, here's a real key one. These aircraft, okay? The great thing to know about this is these aircraft are to scale. So I'm just going to use a UH-60. And the reason why I'm going to do that is it's a Black Hawk, right? We're used to using it in the military. In civilian life, when you think about med flights, life flights, any of that, if a UH-60 can fit in that area that I'm about to show you, then most likely a med flight or a life flight or one of those choppers can definitely fit in that area because they're smaller. But I'm going to bring that and then I'm going to find like this baseball field. Okay? And I'm going to plop that in there. And so now I know if for whatever reason I needed to get a medical emergency evac out of there, I can easily fit that Black Hawk or that life flight into that area. Okay? So that is the great thing about this icon set. And then the last thing I'm just going to show you is you have the ability to use Google icons, landmarks, tracks. There's a lot of different icon sets that you can use on ATAK. And that's Point Dropper in a nutshell.